It's a pretty foggy morning. I can't see across the river at all. I'm kind of looking the high side until the fog burns out. I hate crossing when you can't see the other side of the river. Look at this. It's just, you know, solid fog bank. It's really always foggy on the river in the morning. All right there, folks. I can end up seeing the tree line, so I'm heading to where I found that Enoch. I blanked yesterday. Well, I found a broken triangle, but that's blanking to me because I don't count broken points. But I'm gonna get over here and do a couple more hours of digging today and see if we can't get nothing. I'll keep this on until I land over here. I'll try to speed it up. The water came down overnight about 10 inches. So I should be able to have a nice strip of stuff to look over here, and I did lots of digging, so there could very well be something laying out. I usually always find stuff where I dig and the water comes up over it and washes it real good. Any place you sift, you want to go back if the water changes. Well, we're here, folks. I'm gonna start hopping out and looking. I will get back at you. See, there's nice gravel in here too. All right, on the beach. So we'll get it. This is the worst part of the site. So up farther ought to be awesome. Later. All right, I'm finding all kinds of these little tiny flakes in here, and this is from the manufacturer points, and this is more pressure flaking, like edge work, and you know, there's some good stuff here. It's just in this gravel, and I've just got to sift. This is what I'm doing today. You can see I'm right behind this log again. More stuff come down and replaced what I had dug out from up here and washed in, and I'm picking around in here and I'm finding flint. I've actually got a good bit. Let me see if I can get some more of it out of my pocket. I found Flint Ridge in here, and it's hard to tell what's laying on this beach if you just knew it. See, there's a big flake of Flint Ridge right there. Now I got that black tip across the river, but there's a piece of Crooksville with an orange spot on it there. And I've got more flint in there. I'm finding stuff, but no artifacts, just that tip. Maybe I'll get lucky here later. All right, I'm back, and I think I have another paleo tool. I'm right feet from where I found the Clovis point, feet from where I found all the paleo stuff. And look right here. I already picked it up, but it's just a fantastic knife. Oh man, that's fantastic edge work on that. Look, it's worked all the way up in here. It's uniface on the back side. Say it's another paleo tool to go in that frame, because I've not found anything else on this beach except paleo tools and projectile points. Look at that edge work. That's a day maker for me to go in that frame. This is probably like a 13,000-year-old tool, and you can see it's probably broke here. This probably come up and probably had a graver tip on that end, but it's still an exceptional piece, you know, to go with the Clovis and all them other tools. Man, look at that. Good find. Later. All right, I'm back home. Some of you may have thought that watching my video this morning, well, that's not much. Well, it is that much. This is a 13,000-year-old paleo tool, and this is what it would have looked like. And it would have probably been hafted in. This is just my opinion, and you know, this is from 30 years of hunting. And I know it looks like this. We'll get to that in a minute. But you can see, with that extension on it, this would have been hafted into even a wood handle. They, of course, made them from wood. Bone, antler, jaws of animals. But this would have been hafted in here, sinewed. And you look at this, this is like the ancient X-Acto knife. Imagine all the stuff you could do with that. Like a little box cutter. It's got that real nice edge work on it. All of them are uniface on the back side. And I know it looks like this because, bam, son. There's another one from a paleo site made of high quality Flint Ridge. This is not Zaleski. It's been laying in a wet environment for a long time. It's drying out. I'm starting to see blue spots on it, and it's turning lighter blue. It's Coshocton flint. So I have a paleo site that I found, a Carter Cave Clovis. Well, actually, I'm gonna just shut this down for a second and come right back. I'll go in and get the frame of paleo stuff so I can put this in it. I forgot to grab it. But you can see here what we're dealing with. It's the same type of tool, and I think they were struck off a long core. They were getting these long flakes, and they were, wow, you know, look at this one. And this is right in where the Clovis stuff come from. Look at these are paleo knives, and it's a type that's on the river here. I have other broken ones too. Maybe I'll get some more of them out. This is my nicest one though. You won't see these in any books. A lot of people that are, you know, haven't looked as much as I have. That's just the reality of it. I go every day. I'll go get that paleo stuff and I'll be back later. Right, I'm back. Here's some of the other paleo pieces from the same site. You can see there isn't any doubt if you know what you're looking at. And you can see this, look at this, hafted into a handle. This is it. And a little bit more information on the materials now. Why I think there's so many different materials. It's a river crossing site, an ancient river crossing site, where one of the few places that they could cross. There's flint from Central Ohio, Coshocton flint. It's a 2.5 hour drive. There's 2 artifacts made from it. This surely looks like hornstone from Kentucky to me. It could be a Gray River cobble chert, but I'm not sure. So that's debatable. If I can find more hornstone, they were using it too. Carter Cave, Carter Cave, Carter Cave. And Carter Cave is 4.5 hours from Carr. And I'm probably right on the outer limits of where you could find it. It's, you know, to find a Carter Cave Clovis in the county in West Virginia that I did is unbelievable, because it's northern panhandle. It's good stuff. And you can see here's another one from directly across the river on another paleo site that's close to this one. On the other side of the river crossing is where this one come from. So you see why I'm excited. Right there they are. Classic paleo knife from the Ohio River. This is what they look like. Always uniface on this back side with super fine edge work, and they have this long extended section so they can haft it. This is unbelievable. We'll walk over here real quick. I'll put up pictures of that stuff too, showing the edge work. I had that big white knife in this frame, but right here, this is all different stuff from like 1 or 2 sites I have in here. This is a cache in the middle, and you know, caches aren't rare if you're sifting. They just are not. I average 1 a year. If I go every day, I average a cache a year. It's just the reality of it. See if there's any double notch points in here. Well, there's a Layton right there. You can't really tell. It's just got that, it's a Layton. I found it right on a Layton beach. They're not a high double notches. They're Layton points. If you really get into a place where you find them, some of them will be beveled and classic. This one just isn't really classic, but I have other ones. You've seen them before. You can go back in my videos. I've showed them before. But this Carter Cave end scraper right here is off a paleo site. Let's see, most of this stuff's Amos culture and early archaic points, big sandies and stuff. There's several nice big sandies in here, but I just wanted to show you this because I had that knife in it. You can go back in my videos and watch. I have a frame this big just of the best serrated points you've ever seen. Maybe I'll just show it real quick. I have it out upstairs. I'll bring it down and just show it for a minute to add it to this video at the end. But there's some more of my stuff, all personal finds, everything. There's not a purchase point in there. And these are all personal finds as well. And I got this to add to it. This is a paleo tool, but it's not from the same site. It's, you know, I didn't find much paleo stuff on this site, just a few pieces. And it's more concentrated in this spot. Look at this. This is just like the last 30 days. A whole frame of paleos off the Ohio River. Important stuff. And talking about the flint, 4.5 hours away, 2.5 hours away, the sources of these flint. And this is by car. This isn't, you know, 4.5 hours by car to Carter Cave, 2.5 hours by car to Coshocton flint. I would say that it was some kind of like paleo camping, maybe a seasonal outpost that was right on that river crossing, and they were going in all directions from it, or trading. And I would say they were following herds of Ice Age animals, and that was one of their base camps. And there's probably a lot more of these there. That's why I'm going every day. But today was a success. I got one of these, another piece for this paleo frame. This is very significant, finding stuff like this that's 13,000 years old. These were the first people in this valley. Well, if you want to go with, you know, these are the first. I don't believe that, but we won't get into that. But this is old stuff, and it's significant. But anyway, here's what it was probably looked like hafted. This is a modern piece. This is, you know, made by a white man in the traditions of Native American, but these little things would have been hafted into this. So I'm dripping with sweat. It's 100 degrees, so I'm gonna get off here. I'll show you one more. Well, I got another big frame out. I had to get it out to get this out. We'll put this back in, and I'll go get the other frame. We'll do a quick video on that. But another successful day, folks. Later. All right, here's some more stuff. Lots of Amos points. You know, you'll never see some of this stuff in like in a high book. Triple notch Amos. There'll be double notch points in this one. I have like 10 more frames like this too. Let's see. I know there's double notches in here somewhere. Ugh, where are they at? Here we go, look. You know, this isn't a high double notch point. This is a Leighton point, and it's made of Crooksville chert. And I have many of them. And double notches are not rare at all. And here's all the hafted shaft scrapers. They're scarce, but you know, I've seen people calling them the rarest of high flint type. You're way off. You know, how many of them do I have in this frame? And I have 10 broken ones on top of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 right there. 7. And I know there's even more than that in here. There's so many points in here, it's hard to eyeball these. I found this little like drill on video. I found a lot of these points on video, and a lot of them were from years ago, but these are all personal finds. Get through here and look. This is 9,000 to 10,000 years old, all of this. There's nothing newer in here. I collect the old stuff only. This is a nice wing drill. I found this one a little over 2 years ago. I've been doing YouTube 2 years now this month. So I just hit 2 years, right? Like yesterday, I think. And I didn't know what I was doing at first. I haven't even really known what I was doing like on videos and stuff till, you know, the last year. But here's a point I found on video. That's just a smoker, an Amos corner notch. It's a beauty. Probably remember that one. There's lots of nice ones in here, and I got tons more of these serrated points. But all this stuff in this frame is as important as everything else in that other frame, almost, you know. That's some good stuff. But anyway, I just got these out because I had all my, some of my stuff out, and these were available to look at. So you can go back and see other videos where I show you some of these. Maybe take a few pictures here and put up some pictures at the end. Lots of all the tan ones are mostly Crooksville chert. Some of the black ones are black canal. A few of them are, you know, river pebble agates. Here's a real nice hafted shaft scraper, uniface on the back side, and you can see exactly the diameter of the shaft that they were scraping with it right there. Good stuff. Later, folks.